You are listening to the new man, beyond the macho jerk and the new age wimp. Your host is men's coach Tripp Lanier.
Do you think you need to do more in order to have the success and life you want? Do you believe that once you've accomplished something, you won't have to worry about it anymore? And what if the lasting freedom and power you're wanting isn't on the other side of some big goal? You're about to hear an excerpt from a group coaching call where we challenge the idea that freedom and power are the result of doing more, and even more. You'll also find out why we thought it was a great idea to buy a goat. Over the last decade of coaching, I've helped and watched people create some amazing things in their lives. In fact, that's what average coaches do. They'll help you identify something that's missing and then crack the whip so you'll get to work and make it happen. But here's what I believe is even more powerful. I believe most of us are stressing and striving to create something because we really want to avoid something else. Most of the time, this undesirable thing we're wanting to avoid only lives in our minds. For example, one day when I've got enough money, I won't have to worry about not being successful. One day when I've reached a certain level of success, I won't have to worry about what others think of me. One day when I'm fit, I won't have to worry about the way I look. One day it'll be safe for me to stop hiding who I really am and just do what I want to do. It doesn't matter the guy's net worth. Many times this high ambition and drive is really there to escape some fear or limiting belief he has between the ears. And that's much different than creating what has him feel most alive. It's a distraction from doing what he was put on this earth to do. Michelangelo said this about one of his statues. He said, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." In other words, the freedom wasn't a product of adding more or striving for more. Freedom came from removing what wasn't essential. Many guys I talk to are wanting a big, positive change in their lives, but they're afraid that hiring a coach will mean they'll have to do even more striving and more efforting. They're already full. They think that creating what they want will be an additive process. But in my experience, the most powerful, lasting, and rewarding changes come when we recognize the stuff that's holding us back and find creative ways to let it go. Back in December, close to Christmas, I asked one of my coaching groups to identify the things they're running away from in their lives. I asked them, if you weren't afraid and you could magically make this thing disappear, what would you let go? Even though these men were all different professionally speaking, their lists were very similar. Have a listen, play along. We had a lot of fun doing this, and it's a powerful reminder that we're much closer to what we truly want than we may currently believe. Before we start, this recording comes from a video conference, so the audio quality may be a little sketchy at times. Here we go.
I was doing this exercise this morning, feeling into this place where I'm holding back instead of stepping in and having that firmness of like, this is what I believe in. It's almost like, what would I let go of if I wasn't afraid? And it's not so much like, what do I need to strive for and like effort and push and that kind of thing, but just almost like, fuck, I get rid of this thing, I gain so much more energy. I gain so much more time. I gain so much more of my own mental power, emotional power. I wanted to bring that question in today of what's the thing, even we'll just play in a magical world here. But there's a thing that we're doing that we tell ourselves we've got to do. We've created a world to support that belief. We've created a world that we're surrounding ourselves by people that believe the same shit. So we're all thinking the same thing. But in this group, I want to elevate that. I want to start to poke holes in that and start to see that thing that you would let go of if you weren't afraid. Maybe it's, I would let go worrying about the future. I'd let go worrying about money. I'd let go of worrying about what other people think about me. I'd let go of feeling like I need to take care of this and this and that and that. There's something in there when I stand by what I believe, I let go of things that just don't serve me anymore. There's a freedom that shows up. I don't need these other things to be in place for me to do what I believe in. What are some things as I play with that stuff and throw it out there? That was some of the stuff on my list. What would you let go of next year?
I would let go of getting it right. I would let go of there's this magic number that I need to have in the bank to like start having kids and stuff. I would get rid of the measuring stick just altogether. Yeah. That encompasses a lot. I mean, I'm probably in that mind frame 75% of the day. So if I could get rid of those, it would lighten a lot up.
Getting it right, having some magic financial number to get to before you can do what you really want to be doing. Some kind of measuring stick. I feel this stretch, like there's always this place you're striving towards, and you let go of needing to strive towards anything.
Mm-hmm. Be humongous.
That would be humongous. That's humongous list, right? Just think about the energy that comes back. Like when you're not, it doesn't mean that I don't hear anybody's like, I go just fucking gain 200 pounds and get diabetes and, waste away on the beach or something. There's still this, we still do our thing, but that was for me. It's like, I would still coach. I would still do what I love to do. But I'd let go of this other shit. So Thanks. Who's next? Who's got something to let go of?
For me, it'd be letting go of thinking I need to have it all together before I can help more people. Or I guess acting like I have it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Let go of, I guess, not always, but the big thought that pops up a lot is, am I able to help people, or am I capable of helping people, or do I have what it takes to be a successful coach? And definitely a measuring stick, and definitely just throw away, quit worrying about what people think about me so much.
Let go of having it all together before being able to help others. All right, that thing, somehow you're going to cross some line and then you're going to be able to help other people. You said even just worrying about, that doubt, am I able to help others? Worrying about finances, student loans, letting go of this measuring stick, comparing yourself to others, worrying about what others think. This is where you would show up most powerfully. What would you let go of?
Limiting myself at times of being generous because of financial concerns.
Mm-hmm.
I love just giving.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm thinking, but I have to be careful because otherwise I'm the one left with nothing, and then what? The other thing is letting go of people and things that drag me down, that limit my, whatever I think, contagious enthusiasm, and who make me doubt or just tie me with something that I can't just be the best of myself. And then the last one is making a move even when I fear I'm not totally ready. It's kind of when I fear I'm ready, okay, that's good enough, then move, instead of waiting for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To have the 100% fail-safe version where I get tripped nevertheless because there was one other thing that I didn't consider. There will always be something.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being more playful when making a move, inventing on the way what's not there yet.
Yeah. Limiting your generosity, that's painful, right? Like, oh, well, I won't give. Like, I get it. Like, there's a thing like I can't give. This idea, and whether it's finances or whatever, but anywhere where we place that thing where we feel like we can't be generous.
Yeah. No, it's very tangible, especially Christmas. Every Christmas I buy a goat for some family.
You buy a goat?
A goat. It's an amazing program. You can buy a goat for someone in the desert, and changes their whole structure.
I'd be kind of pissed if you bought me a goat. I'd be like, man, what the fuck am I going to do to this thing? He's fucking eating my laundry.
But then this year I said, well, I paid back a good portion of my daughter's student loan. I'm really quite strapped. So should I do it still? And I think, yeah, hell yes, I do.
You buy a goat. How much does a goat cost?
Oh, it's $150.
Oh, wow.
It's not a tremendous.
How about we buy a goat as a group?
Yeah,
We buy 2 goats as a group.
yeah. Where are we going to keep it?
Keep it at your house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, we'll buy a group. We'll buy a goat for another family.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, but it's a, besides all the fun that it lends itself to, but it's something to really create financial independence and more self-sufficiency for people in certain areas of the world, because they can sell the milk and whatnot. So
Did you just see what happened? Did you just see what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
It slipped me.
So what happened was you were specific about how you like to be generous.
Uh-huh.
You talked about the goat. We got excited. I got excited. All right. You said that you kind of talked about a little bit about the goat was, well, if you're not going to buy one on your own, I want to buy it with you. I'll go in on it with you. So maybe you don't want to pay the whole $150, no problem.
Uh-huh.
And then Johnston was like, let's buy 2 goats. So you went from like, should I buy 1 goat to suddenly you have an opportunity to have 2 fucking goats for less than the price than it costs you to have 1.
Yeah.
Can you scale that?
It's amazing.
If there's something I want to do in the world, is it all up to me? Is the burden all on me? Or is there, who would like to help me buy a goat? But the point is like, if your generosity can take on other forms, you can be a leader. That's what I want you to see, is where you're serving us and you're helping us find ways to help other people. You've suddenly scaled the impact that you're able to have. That's powerful.
It is very much. Yeah, I completely, it slipped me, and it's so obvious now. Yeah.
Lead us. Goats were not on my mind at all today. Right? Make it easy for us to contribute.
Yeah.
What would you let go of?
Oh, man. I'd let go of self-judgment. I'd let go of caring what other people think. The perfectionism. I'd let go of like obsessing over the future and then what that brings with it, which is like money fear and all that, like obsession over money. I let go of doubting my own inner kind of authority and listening to things outside of me more than myself. I would let go of trying to be a successful person. I would let go of stop letting my money in my bank account limit what's possible for my creativity. I let go of hiding how I really am. That's a good start.
Good news is all that shit's in between your ears.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
Self-judgment, what others are thinking about you, perfectionism, worrying about the future, worrying about money, doubting yourself, trying to be a successful person, having your bank account limit what's possible, hiding who you are.
Something that feels good.
Yeah, look at him. He's got some color. He's smiling. He's going to buy a goat today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. What would you let go of?
What other people think of me. Limiting who I am. I really like that. Self-judgment. That's a big one. And how do I compare to others? Getting it right. I really like that one. The other one that I had was what others think I should do, or another step to that is what I think others think I should do. Thinking I need to have it all together before I can help others. I really like that as well.
You don't have to come into this group and worry about what we think. You don't have to come in here and worry about how you compare. You don't have to worry about getting it right in here. You don't have to worry about what we think you should do. None of our business. You don't have to worry about having it all together before you can help other people. So I wanted you to see that this is an incubator. This is a place where you get to practice what it's like to live in that way. For each one of you, there's a list here. Go back, listen to the recording. find what those things are, and just, even if it seems like too much of a stretch to imagine living into this out in the world in 2016, at least see this group as a place for you to practice that. You have permission from each of us. Like there's no way that you're supposed to be or should be. Like you get to just show up. We're going to give you feedback. There's no expectation. There's no agreement here that says you have to be a certain person. My preference is that I want the best version of you. I want the fullest version of you, even if there are the doubts. So you get to practice this. It's all it is practice. It's like, what would I do if I wasn't worried about what others think? What would I do? How would I serve if I wasn't worried about having it all together first? Like, you get to practice that here. There's no place to strive to. Do we want to learn? Sure. Do we want to grow? Sure. But it's not that striving, one day I'll be enough thing. It's already here. It's just about chipping away the other shit. It's already here.
Very powerful.
Yeah, let's do it.
If these interviews are helping you, then please visit The New Man on iTunes and leave us a positive review so others can discover the show more easily. Thanks for listening.